Hello and welcome to Arma Reforger. So everyone's pretty, familiar, I feel like, with Arma 3 Life and such. Well, they came out with this a while back, Arma Reforger. I bought it back whenever it, first came out, and I decided to revisit it. Turns out that they've added an Arma Reforger Life. So I'm going to check it out. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of that. Quick. Here's the map. You got places on here like Arma 3 does. I thought it was just really interesting coming to this because I was like, wow, they're gonna add this to this game, huh? With the new like physics engine, and well, I don't know if it's a new physics engine or not, or it's just new physics in the game, but I'm pretty sure it's a new physics engine. Everything's new engine. But yeah, so this is one of the spawning points. I just started out. Bought this stuff. I've done a few runs. I've got a hang of it a little bit. I didn't want to come into it completely blind. But right here, we are in. So that's us. This little red mark. We're at the market in Montignac. Right, that's what I'm gonna call it, Montignac. For now on, that's what it's gonna be called. I do have a gun, I believe. No, my gun is... I don't have a gun. I have ammo for a gun. So... But, guns are expensive, so we're going to have to make a little more money. I'm going to do a quick money run. Just show you... Oh, another thing I was going to mention is... This is cross, like... compatible. Apparently, like, all these people on here are Xbox players. I'm playing on Steam, on the PC, but everyone that plays this, apparently... is from Xbox. I had no idea that there's even a community out here for this. There's civilians, there's police officers, which there's no cops on right now. There's another server. This one's a little bit lower pop. I couldn't get into the full server, but I still wanted to show this, so I went ahead and hopped on here. But I am going to go, and first we need to go grab a vehicle so that we can start making money, and we're going to head that way. They've really overhauled the graphics, compared to Arma 3. Arma 3 is pretty outdated now, but it's a lot of fun still. I still play Arma 3 here and there with a group of friends. But this right here, I don't know, I'm just so surprised that this is even a thing. I'm pretty sure it's so buggy too, like, oh. Alrighty, and we're back. So, I lost connection to the server. Like I said, it's pretty buggy right now. A lot of stuff like that happens pretty consistently. Whenever you log in with Arma Reforger, you start out as like the Silver Surfer, and then as your textures load in, you become come back as a just normal person. So, right now we're going to be this white mime, where you run to the garage to pick up our vehicle. I don't have a expensive vehicle, which some of these vehicles range to like, from the starters are like 10,000, and then some of them are like $800,000. But it seems like they're persistent, and that you keep them even if you don't store them back in your garage. They seem to come back here. So here's my 3. I'll flip 2, and then I'll ride with 1. It's really easy to flip your vehicles on here if you're not careful. You gotta kind of just take your time. Alright, here we go. So it's easy as that, and just like in Arma 3 Life, you just use U to unlock the door, F to get in. That's a little different. And then to start your vehicle, instead of scrolling, you just hold W, and he'll start to see him in there. There he goes, and then there you go. You're off. There's no pickaxes yet, anything like that on here. It's very early development. Honey trader and beekeeping, I don't know how to do that yet. From what I've heard, you pretty much have to like find like what are they called? Beehives, yeah. In like backyards of random places on the map. But what I've been doing to make money which I don't make much money, is I'm going to the iron mine over here. And I'm mining as much iron as I can get. I have an okay backpack. I don't have the best backpack, but I have an okay backpack. And we're just going to travel on over here and see what we can do. Off-roading is key a lot of times on this map. There's like a main road that cuts all through the island and everything to get you, through the territory. But there's a lot of dirt roads and dirt paths and off-roading that you're probably going to have to do to be successful on here. You can see the car is really bouncy, really bouncy, which is so different. I feel like with this engine, if we could have like full Arma 3 capacity, it'd probably be a lot better. It'd be a lot more fun. It'd refresh it, and it'd bring a lot of people back to the community. Even though on Arma 3 servers, there's pretty much like 2 main servers right now, if you're not familiar with them, which is Olympus and Asylum. And they have about 150 players on them, like all throughout the week, which is max pop, and it's fun and stuff. But a lot of those people have been playing for so long, and the engine's getting like just so outdated. Everything. This definitely runs smoother than Arma 3, but it's not processing as big of a map either. But it's still it's equally fun. This is it's like this is fun on here, but it's just there's not as much as you can do, but it's definitely refreshing if you like that kind of gameplay. Anyways, we're just gonna make our way on over here to this mine and cut back whenever we get there. Pulling up onto the iron mine. I like to come up here. I think you can mine down there as well, but I don't really go down there. I just come right here to this rock. You see how it looks different. Looks like it has chunks of iron in it. So to get out of your vehicle, you want to cut your engine off, save your gas, and you want to press X. That's the hotkeys, and it'll let you out just like that. Now actually, should probably turn this around, because you're going to be putting stuff into the trunk of your vehicle. That's actually a really cool thing that's built in. That so in Arma 3 Life, wherever you go through, you collect stuff and you put it in your vehicle by pressing T, and it brings up a prompt, which is through a mod. On here, it's a little different. It kind of does it for you. It's actually like built into the gameplay itself. So you go over here, you start gathering, which takes a minute. This bag can hold, I believe, 9 or 12. I think it's either 9 or 12 that this bag can hold that I'm wearing, or at a time. And then I'm not too sure how much the car holds. We'll see whenever I actually start putting it in there. And I'll go ahead, yeah, right there. So gathering has been canceled. So we have 7 on us right here, which I can hold more, but I just want to show this. You go here, see how it says open trunk? You can only access that, I'm pretty sure. No, even if the car is locked, you can still access your trunk, I guess. So you access the trunk and you right click your iron ore. Just like that. And now it's in your truck, and you can go back and get more iron. It's pretty basic, pretty normal. It's almost kind of standard at this point, but from the perspective of like Arma 3 to this, it's actually a pretty big difference. Anyways, I'm going to fill up on iron, and I'll cut back when I'm done. Alrighty, so we're all full. It turns out that I can actually hold 13 ore, and then inside this truck I have 13 as well, and I believe that's, yeah, as much as it can hold. So now we're going to bring up our map, and what's actually cool is he actually brings up a map, if you saw right there. And we're going to go to iron processing. This is where we're going to go smelt our iron down. Now used to, once again, in Arma 3 Life, you would go and just go and like scroll, process, and it'd come up with this bar at the top of the screen that would show your progress of how long it's going to take. So like you go and you have like so much, let's say iron on you, for instance, and you scroll, you click it, and then it'd give you time bar and everything, and it'd go down slowly, and it'd say, you know, oh, it's going to take you 5 minutes to smelt all this, process it. Well, that's where there's a difference on here. It's actually, you go and to the smelter, you throw your iron in, and you turn it on, and a fire will come out of the smelter, and it will start smelting, and you start collecting it and putting in more iron as it keeps going, and you kind of keep a pace going, because you don't want to be there for too long in case you get robbed or something. You don't want to get robbed, of course. You know, so you gotta be quick. Anyways, we're going to drive on over there, have it marked. We're a little bit out, but we should get there soon, and I'll cut back once we get there. Here we are. We're pulling in to iron processor. This is one of the last stops that we have to take before we go sell it. Matter of fact, it is the last stop we take before we sell it. I like to pull in. That right there is a smelter, and that right over there is a smelter. That guy, I don't know exactly what he does. I forget. Let's actually check him out real quick. Hop on out. I'm not even going to cut the engine off. Yeah, I think he like allows you to process. As you can see, the game has a little trouble rendering in your vehicle sometimes. That's kind of normal, don't worry about it. But we're going to go over here, open inventory, and we're going to throw all this in there, because it can hold it all. Alright, then we're going to turn it on, and then we're going to get more out. Oh gosh. Okay, there we go, it's back. Go right here. There it is. I'll take all of that. There's a road nearby here, so I'm listening out, make sure no one pulls up on me or anything while I'm trying to do this. That'd be very unfortunate. Okay, so I can only hold 19, so I'm going to put 6 in here, I believe. With 7. That way we can get the rest of our... There we go. And then we're going to head on out. Bring up our map real quick. And metal traders down here, so I'm going to mark it. You mark it with shift left click. If you're on PC, I don't know the exact ones for Xbox, but I'm sure it's kind of a mess as controls can be for console. Do a little first person and drive on over. Looks like we're good. You don't want to keep your money on you either, so you can either have your money in the bank or on your person. It's best to keep it in the bank, because people can rob you for the money that you make off of these runs. So you kind of got to be diligent, be vigilant, and just watch your back. The map's pretty small. Usually for like Arma 3, you're going like 6,000 kilometers to get to the next place. This one, you're only traveling about 1,000, 2,000 maybe. 3,000 if you're pushing it, and it's pretty quick to get from point A to point B, which I'm sure the Xbox players really appreciate, because they wouldn't be able to run something like the Arma 3 map. I don't believe. Okay, so there's a guy here, I believe. We're just gonna get out and do our thing real quick. If you get robbed ever, it's fine. It happens. Don't get too upset. Just, you know, because there's always another run. and eventually you can get enough money to go buy yourself a weapon too, to, you know, protect yourself. There we go. Got all that sold. And if you look in the bottom left, we made $59,384. So we're gonna go to the nearest place that we can and store that money. Go this way. This way is back to the main town. We're gonna go back to the market, and which is a safe zone. No one can rob you there, and that's a good place to store your money. Now, people on these roads, they can see you and decide, hey, I want to know what that guy got. You know, what's he doing? And what they'll do is, there's no damage in vehicles at this point in development. But you can ram someone and flip them, and then get out with your gun and rob them. That's usually the best route to go, is just flip the person or wait until they flip on their own. Like that guy just tried to hit us full on. People try to do that to rob you on here because you don't take any damage, your vehicles don't take any damage, but it will stop you, it can flip you. Yeah, we're headed the right way. And you don't want that, you don't want to be caught out on these roads, you know, slipping. Don't want to be slipping out on these roads. They will mess you up. The frame rate can vary, I guess, depending on how many players are on the server and what they're doing. Usually it's a lot smoother though than like Arma 3 Life. I definitely have smoother frames on this, which is surprising, it being such an early pre-build, but that can always change in the future as well. I don't know how far the development team is going to be taking this either. They could take it, you know, as far as they want, but I don't know exactly what kind of full fleshed out game we're going to get, or if this is more like them just trying to work on the engine and get funding for the engine, because this does cost money. I forget exactly how much, but I think it's around $30 to $40 for this game, which is a little high with, I mean, look at it, how much work they have to go and put in. But anyways, we're going to pull up over here. On out. Lock your vehicle back in case there's a newer player coming around that ready to jack your shit. So this is another nice thing. You can just press A and then E. Boom. It's in there. You don't gotta worry about it. Now we're up to 134,000. Let's go check out different vehicles. Maybe we can get one with more storage so that we can increase our the amount that we get from our runs. So let's drive over there right now. Not worry about that marker. The map's pretty learnable too. I haven't even played that many like hours on here, but I'm pretty familiar with like the town now. This town really. I haven't really gone to the other towns too often. This one seems to be the one that everyone goes to though. It's pretty accessible. It's in the northern part of the map. Yeah. So let's wait, this guy doesn't even sell vehicles, I don't think. Yeah, this is just a garage. Oh, and there we go, we're back to being Silver Surfer. So it's crashed again on me, which is the third time that's crashed. I need to fix my border. Also, it takes you out of windowed all the time, and here we go. I don't know what I'm stuck in. Okay. I've jumped on top of something. I believe this is my vehicle. It just hasn't loaded in. Yeah, there it is. So this is kind of the experience that you're going to get, the raw experience right here of server crashing or disconnecting you and you get to rejoin back. I don't know how good it is for Xbox. I imagine it's super annoying for Xbox players, but I don't really know. But yeah, so there is not a car dealer through here, so it looks like we're gonna have to. Oh, there's a casino there. There's a vehicle shop. Let's head there. This is, by the way, this is just the legal stuff that you can do with the iron. It's a pretty safe trade. If you want to make more money, though, you got to sell drugs. And, or you can just upgrade your vehicle like I'm trying to do right here. Let me know. Matter of fact, in the next episode, I'll probably focus on doing drug runs versus the legal runs, like iron and stuff. I've done it a couple times. The way it works, well, I'll get into that in the next video. But I'll give you the lowdown gist, though. You go to the drug fields, whatever you're going to get, and then grab them, fill up on it. Then you got to go bag it. Not process it, you got to go bag it. The thing I'm interested in, though, is it seems like on here to grow marijuana, you have to go and buy the seeds for it, and there's different seeds at different prices, which you could sell for different prices as well, and you get more of from different seeds, and you gotta plant them and grow them, and other people can just show up and start growing them. But I dipped my toes into it just a little bit. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna head over there and see how this works, and sure enough, there was cops everywhere, and arresting like 3 or 4 people. So I ended up leaving, and the cops didn't pursue me or anything, luckily. But there's a lot of cops that were busting the marijuana growing. So don't know how risky that is or the payout for that, but I imagine it should be more than like mushrooms, which I have done. Whoa! You lose control of the vehicle sometimes like that on here. It's like butter on the road. But with mushrooms, though, it's a little different. You just go and get the mushrooms. And what is wrong with my vehicle? There we go. It like was out of gear or something. It was just revving up high RPMs. But yeah, it wasn't changing gear. But you just go get the mushrooms and you bag them. Alright, but with the marijuana, like I said, you gotta buy the seeds, plant the seeds, grow it, and then you gotta go bag it, and then you go sell it for however much. And I imagine if you have like a gang or a group, that'd probably be the best thing to do. If you have like 4 or 5 people, just go hang out in a marijuana field, have a few guns on you, grow, do your operations, and then bag it together, sell it together. Alright, and use the bigger trucks for it, because if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it big. We're almost to the vehicle seller. We're going to see what we're going to work our way up to. See, you know, what's the goal? What's the real goal? Because we want to work our way up. And we're at the bottom right now, like the bottom of the bucket. Or the barrel. Do a little drifting right here. Oh, that worked out better than I thought it was going to. A little shaky on the end. Spacebar is like your e-brake, it seems. There we are. This is the vehicle salesman. It's where we want to be. Well, let's see if we can go around, I guess. Oh, it's a little shanty town right here. Interesting. Or like a little shanty seaport, little bay. How do you get in there? I guess I was on the right side. Oh God. And let's see if we can go up these stairs. Alright. try that again. See what this thing got. Can't go up the stairs. Nice. Okay, so I guess I'll get out and open this gate. Sometimes it's really responsive and it feels good, but other times it's just like, gah, bleh. Here we are. So I'm gonna turn our car off, hop on out. Hello. Let's see. So here's what we have. It's the $10,000 ones. 10,000, 10,000. Then these go up to 35,000, which are open top for off-road, light armored vehicle, and then you got these big boys, which are 800,000. They're huge, they're expensive, and they move. So Jesus, that one's 2,800,000. You really got to put in some grind for that thing. Let's look. I think what we're going to go for at first is I would like to have a light armored vehicle. I think. Since I have 3 out of 3 vehicles, I can't own any more vehicles right now. You can only own 3 vehicles at a time, I suppose. Alright, well, I mean, looks like we're going to be doing a couple more runs. Get up to, should we get that one or utility vehicle? Maybe a utility vehicle would be the way to go. It looks like it might have more storage and everything, but I definitely won't be able to afford one of these for a minute right down here, which I want one of those. That's what I want. Be cool. I wonder if those fuel trucks, because there is oil runs that you can do. I wonder if those fuel trucks is what that's for. Sounds like a no-brainer, but you never know with these kind of servers what they got set up, what's the best. But yeah, all right. Well, in the next episode, I guess we'll be working our way up to these armored vehicles, everything. For right now, that's pretty much all I got. When did this happen? Well, yeah, that's all I'm gonna do on this episode, I suppose. It looks like I got the top down now, but it's just not loaded. Next episode we'll do some drug runs, maybe get us a gun to protect ourselves with, and work our way up. We only need, I'll save up about 350,000 so that we have some money left over after I buy the vehicle. And yeah, so I hope you guys tune in and hope you enjoyed. Peace.